So, now we're going to dive into this. Do you think Resident Evil 4 is overrated or deserving of the praise? This is a hard one.
I mean, it's kind of it's very much piggybacking on the topic we just had.
Yeah. And feel free to put your opinions in the comments.
Let me lead off.
Share your opinions on the comments because they're probably going to be different than ours. And again, I think it comes down to nostalgia a little bit. There are a lot of people who played Resident Evil 4 first because it was such an accessible game and how it was played and how easy the controls were. And I just think a lot of people have nostalgia attached to it.
That's what's hard about 1 and 2, though.
I mean,
think about someone going back to play 1. This game is terrible.
Listen, let me get this in because this is important.
Yeah.
All greatness, in some form or fashion, is tied to nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to throw that out first because, like, Goonies is a great example
The exact same
for
thing.
me. Because if I suggest that movie to somebody that did not watch it when they were a child, it's terrible. They're like, no, that movie. I mean, I have a friend, Caleb, who's like, that movie is horrendous.
I know. I just showed my wife that movie a couple months ago, and she was like, "This was stupid."
So I will say, there's that aspect is a huge aspect of it, but it's not the end all be all because I do think you can still be great without having nostalgia. But again, I'm gonna compare it to 1 and 2 because that was my first love, right? So it affects me in that way.
It's hard to debate that because I don't know now because I don't know if it's nostalgia or not anymore.
It is hard to know because, like, Adam and I have had this debate a lot. I know we're jumping to other games, but, like, Persona 4 versus Persona 5. We both played 4 first, and if you ask us, I would say 4 is 1 billion times better than 5.
1 billion.
I think 5 is a great game. I just think 4 is a way better story.
It's not 1 trillion.
You know what, though? There's something to say about this because 5, I know we're going to go, I'm just trying to make a point here about these games. 5's gameplay is a lot better
I agree.
than 4. This shows how heavily we care about story.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why some people probably have a very big emphasis on gameplay, which is why 4 really sticks out to them.
Resident Evil.
Yes.
I know, we're getting confusing here.
Exactly.
So
Good point.
Resident Evil 4, sticks out because the gameplay was so good. And you can't like deny that either.
Yes.
That has to be part of the conversation. So is it overrated? I would say no, but do I think nostalgia fuels a lot of the best Resident Evil lists?
Very good.
Yes.
Very good point.
I'm going to say this to you. I want to propose a question to the viewers, and they throw it in the comments. Are you a more story-driven player, gameplay-driven player, or a mixture of both? What would you say? Throw that in because I agree. Yeah. I'm more in it for the story.
I am too.
But yeah, I do think it varies from people to people. I would say it's not overrated, only because for the examples you gave, everything it affected in gaming. So for that alone, I would say no.
Yep. I mean, think about what Capcom did with that, because there's the annoyances of Ashley going, Leon! Which, by the way, thank goodness has been toned down in the remake.
I feel like, you think they'll make fun of it, though, a little bit, just to have it in there?
It's a little different, but, yeah. So
is that no from all of us?
That it's not overrated?
I don't think it's overrated.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, when you step back, like I said, I select 1 and 2, especially if you remade them.
I don't think it's overrated, but I don't agree with anyone who says it's the best Resident Evil.
Okay.
That's fair. But you can understand why they think that.
Sure.
Nostalgia, yeah.
All right. Well, this brings up a question for me.